What is up, gang? I have a whole lot of stuff I'm going to film today. We're going to start with the touchdown. Obviously, Kangaroo is going to eat up a lot of this space, a lot of our time, and so I want to get as far as I can with the touchdown. I'll put some of it out today, but I'll probably chop it up in a couple pieces, and then we can put it in between the Kangaroo to break up the monotony. But what I want to do is I pretty much have everything I think that I need to get this to at least boot. We may still have some flipper issues. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I want to look into that in this video too. Definitely going to check out this rubber situation. I have new rubbers to put in, but we have some melted ones on there. And rebuild the power supply in the back box. And then we might possibly have to hunt down a bad transistor that goes to the solenoids. I don't know if we have to worry about that or not yet, but we definitely might have some grounding issues. It's a System 80A. But enough rambling. I'll let you get to the theme song while I get ready, and we'll start the video. Stick around.
I'm Walter Day, the father of esports, and you're watching Matty Mo's Arcade.
And you know, I just play whack-a-mole.
I'm getting ready to attack. Fanny pack attached. Tokens are all stacked. Got the mallet in my grasp. Waiting for the moles, hiding in their holes. Scoreboard keeping tally. I'll be playing till they close now. Can't nobody beat my high score. You can't beat my high score. Can't nobody beat my high score. You can't beat my high score. I'm a mallet master, a single-fisted blaster. You can ask my baby, it starts slow then gets faster. I'm a record setter.
I'm checking out this flipper situation here. I'm going to get you caught up on kind of what I found out and then what I'm kind of looking to figure out from here. So it's not all completely obvious. So we're going for the left flipper here. Let me get my tripod a little more stable. So this here, and it's really almost too far away. Okay, so there's only 2 lugs on this coil. There should be 3. It's got it's got to have 2 windings, one for the hold. So that's definitely the wrong coil. The right coil, if it was the proper one that was in the game, not only from the factory, but designed, because there's one over here from the factory that's not the same either. It should be A17875, and it would have, let's see, 2.8 ohms resistance on the low and 40 on the high. And this one does, and this is the old one that I thought was burnt out because this coil sleeve in here is melted, or they just destroyed it maybe trying to get it out. Maybe it wasn't melted. I don't know, but it's pretty destroyed now, and you definitely couldn't get the shaft of the flipper through there. So I guess they just pulled one of these other solenoid flippers off, probably off of, I'm guessing, the knocker, and we're going to try to use that. So then there should be 2 wires coming off of this switch. There's only one. There's one hanging here. And they have both those wires to one lug and the ground to the other lug. And the fuses are blown in the bottom of the game too. So I don't know exactly how this happened. If there was, this is the mystery part that I'm trying to solve. It's like a murder mystery. The fuses are over here. We're going to get in here and check those again in a second. I can pull up what they're supposed to be. I don't know if they had a flipper problem. Like, I assume that the power board having that diode go out is separate from the flipper issue, because it's 5 volts and 12 volts, and the flippers should be straight from the transformer, and it should be Should be like 32 volts or no 28 volts, something like that, go into the flippers, but it doesn't go through that power board. It comes from the transformer. So yeah, here's the fuses here, and we'll get into that and figure those out. But I want to know did they blow a fuse up here trying to change this around, which means they could have sent voltage back up to the switch matrix, which could be bad. We could fry a whole bunch of stuff if that happens. If they didn't do that, we're probably okay, and it's localized to just bad wiring and whatever they were doing. I'm hoping maybe they just dropped a screw in here and blew some fuses, but highly unlikely. I'm guessing that they got around in here and grounded out some voltage, just hopefully not to that switch, or it probably doesn't matter which switch, but I don't even know if that's possible. I've been reading all of the things that people have done wrong, and every one of them I'm like, oh no, is this the person? You never know. The post you're reading could be the machine that you're on if it's in your area for sure. But yeah, I know where these go. This is actually two pieces. This would come off here. I don't think they could solder. So this one would go to the other tab of this switch. Have I got you guys where you can see anything? This will go to the other piece of this switch, and then to, I think, like the middle lug of the proper solenoid, which I'll have to go grab. I can use this one for example. But we have this one we can look at. It's actually exactly the same as this one. Let me get over here. There we go. So this one we have the ground wire coming to the top, and then one switch wire going to either lug, middle, and the outside, and then we have, I am assuming the signal to fire, or, well, it would be a signal, it would be just the energy to fire. The signal would be the switch wire. So as long as we copy this and do the same thing on the other side, we should be fine, as long as they didn't come over here and start messing with stuff, which I wouldn't say it looks factory, but it doesn't look like they did more than unsolder this one leg. But anyway, I have that in the wiring schematic, so I'll be able to figure that part out. The other thing is they got the, let's see if I can get them both in frame at the same time. If you look, we have solenoid lugs over here. Solenoid lugs. That shouldn't happen on a symmetrical pinball machine. So if the lugs are supposed to be outside here, they should be on the outside out there too. So that's another thing that's wrong. And these little boards, I thought maybe they were flipper boards because I had read somebody had said something about flipper boards. You really have to watch what you're reading online, because half the people will give answers like they know for a fact they worked for Gottlieb, and they have no fucking clue what they're talking about. I mean, I see people just getting led astray, and one of them is me. But these are for, I don't know if these are, but there's ones like it for the pop bumpers. But I don't think these are for the flippers. I don't think they have them. There is like a mod where it needs like a pull-up resistor ahead of the circuit. And if it doesn't do that, sometimes when you fire it on, the solenoid can lock on. And I thought maybe that could be what happened here. Like it locked on for a little while. It was just hot enough to get this thing hot to melt this. And they took it off and were trying to fix it. And, oh, the internet says you can do this. I don't know when they were fixing this though. I'm assuming it was fairly recently, within the past 10 years. It would make more sense. Okay, we also have a fuse list up here. These fuses are actually way down here on the play field. Let me loosen this up a little bit here. Way down here at the bottom. It's kind of a local reference. There they are there. And those for, I guess the pop bumpers up here, and if there's any out hole kickers, and then these down here are, and probably these these are probably for the bumpers on the sides of the out lanes, and then the flippers and the kick out up here. I'm putting it in the wrong place because you guys are zoomed out. These here are going to be for the little side slings, and then separately, I think there's a circuit that's just this out hole and then the two flippers. But it doesn't, in the schematics, it doesn't have a little board like that it goes through. And they do have those little boards listed. But man, it's a crazy mess going through like the actual manual. And then it's trying to be helpful with what things would happen right away. And then they have a Gottlieb repair guide on PinWiki is just insanely in depth, which is going to be great because even though this thing is really good looking wiring wise, aside from that guy right now and connectors and stuff like that, it has the problem. So as soon as I start kicking its ass and playing it, and then Mike comes over and plays for 3 hours, and we're going to have the same problems everybody else does. So might as well go through and fix it all and make some videos about it, because I'm sure there's somebody else. I have friends that have System 80s, so it'll be fun, and it'll be mine when it's done. I don't mind going through all the hassle on something like this where I might keep it for a while. Where is the Kangaroo, which I'm probably going to keep it anyway because nobody else wants one. It's just a whole lot of mess and trouble to perfectly restore that, and I don't want to get a whole new cabinet. So we're just going to do the Bondo thing and see what we can do on that after we get done with this one. But I'm going to pull out, actually, let me get this, I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to set the camera up over here on this side so you guys can look at this. The fuses are labeled this way, and I can lift it up, we can pull it out and test them. I know there's 2 bad already, and they weren't from where I thought they were because I was reading the list as this was the top, and the list starts over here. Give me a break here, or give me a break, guys. Give me a chance to take a break, and then we'll set this up and figure out if the fuses are all. I bet they changed fuses and they're all wrong. That's what I think. We'll see. Here we have the transformer block, and I have you set this way because when I flip this down, you can see what the fuse location is and what it's supposed to be. So if you're, on this video because you have a Gottlieb touchdown and you need this for reference, you can screenshot this or something. But we are going to go through and see if these fuses are right. The reason I'm saying this is because I know some of them are wrong. So I tested these 2 and they were wrong. And this first one here looks brand new. And at first I thought maybe my buddy did that and tried to fire it up, but he would have at least replaced all 3 if he would have got that far. The first one, F15, it says that it's not used. We do see wires coming here, and they look like they've always been there. So that one I'm really unsure of. Let's see if it's listed here. We have no F15, at least in that area. I'll keep looking in the manual just in case. So we'll leave that one with what it is. That one in there is a 7 amp quick blow. So we'll see how that works out. It might be a slow blow. Yeah, it's a slow blow. Okay. So the second one, F7, we have, let's say 15 amp normal blow. And this is the first one that's blown, and this is, what's it tell us it's for over here? It's F7. Oh, it is F1 too. Okay, I was wrong. So F7 is the light box and illumination. So I was wrong. And this one says 10 amp slow blow would do. And of course, I didn't bring my meter over. It's not far. No worries. Check all this stuff again. I need to get new leads for my meter because it's having trouble testing continuity for me. All right. I know you guys probably can't see this anyway, but listen for the beep and we'll see if it's good. Nada. Oh well on the meter, just in case I got a short. Nothing, nothing. Okay, so this one's dead. Should be a 10 amp, and there's no way I can show this in camera so you can see it. See, 250 volt. And check the other side. This is, are you serious? This is a 1/4 amp. 1/4 amp slow blow in the 10 amp slow blow spot. Deader than a doornail. Okay. So we have the next one down, F6, which is an 8 amp slow blow. So it's this one here. Let's check that one. Because regardless if the fuses are good or not, I need to make sure that they're the right fuses. Because like a 1/4 amp slow blow ain't gonna work. And what did I say? This one should be an 8 amp. This one is a 32 volt fuse. And it's an 8 amp. It's 8 amp 32 volt. So that one's not gonna work. That was F6. And I just want to check with the book and make sure F6 is the same here. F6 is playboard illumination. Also 6.3 volts. And the next one down is controlled lamps, 8 volts. And it's saying a 10 amp regular. Or regular. 10 amp normal blow. Let's see what kind of crap we got in here. They've been giving us crazy fuses here lately. Okay, this is a normal blow. And we have 10 amp 32 volt. Wrong. I've seen them in there a lot, so they probably work to get you by. And that was F4. F4, no. F4 is going to be the solenoids. So this one's going to be 8 amp. And this is the one that blew, and this is the one I figured they blew. So I thought they blew the power, which would be here, and the solenoid. So I was close, but somehow they blew a lamp. I wonder if that's how the coil got locked on. This says 2 amp, 250 volt. Wrong. And again, that's the F4 solenoid fuse, is 24 volt DC going through it. Should be able to measure that. And it is 8 amp slow blow. And so next we have the displays, and that's going to be a 1/4 amp slow blow. Let's see what we got here. 1/4 amp. That one is the right fuse. Who'd have thunk it? And we'll just leave it in. Well, let's test it and make sure. Again, I think I already tested it. Make sure we get a beep. Okay. Okay, so that one's okay. So far we have one that's right and good, and one that's unknown and good. This one is the power. I gotta read from over here, so I have to read upside down. This is 5 amp slow blow, and that's what we say over here too. And what kind of mystery do we have? It looks right from here. $5 amp, 250 volt. So let's just see if it's any good. I ordered a fuse kit, or I wouldn't say a fuse kit, a fuse assortment, and I'm just going to replace them all anyway. Okay. And I'll put these in my emergency pile. And the final one is for sound, speech, and the power supply. This is another one you could expect for it to be blown. I don't think that power supply blew anything though. I think it just wasn't running all the voltage. Oh, I thought there wasn't anything in there for a second. 250 volt. Half an amp. What was that? Okay. Yeah, that's half an amp. That's the last one, right? Half amp. Oh, I thought, yeah, half amp. I read the wrong one. I said 5 amp just a second ago. Half amp is okay. Make sure it's good. We got one more fuse in that little circular thing. So that fuse is good. Let's see about this guy. This guy's supposed to be, it says number 8. Oh, I can't read it from here. For 115 voltage, we should be a 5 amp slow blow. This one also looks brand new. $5 amp, 250 slow blow. Somebody got that one right, or it's just pristine, and she's good. And they say that the original capacitor in the bottom of this is orange, and to change it if it's orange, but this one's blue and does look like it's been changed. But I will order one anyway once I figure it out. Okay, so that's that part. We're definitely not getting this game to fire up at all without a bunch of fuses, which I probably have the fuses on hand to get it going, because I always keep the ones like I just said for emergencies. But I do want to put brand new, good known fuses in it and everywhere. I'm gonna do this one 100% right because it's in good enough shape for sure. You can see it's pretty clean inside the cabinet. Look how clean that is. Normally there's just dust and dirt all over everything in every game I touch, so I'm pretty happy with that. That's nice for once. But let's switch gears while I think on that, and I want to start getting this playfield ready for new rubbers. I have black and white. I only have red flipper rubbers, but let's go ahead and do that, and then I'll think on we'll probably end the video after that for this video, but I'll think on what we're going to do next as far as the repairs. The power supply is going to be easy, and I guess we'll just, put all these fuses in here, change out the flipper coil, and make sure everything's wired up, and we'll see how it goes from there. I'm going to take a look at these rubbers real fast. These actually aren't in bad shape. They just are the wrong size. Oh, I knocked this one off. Most of them in this machine are these little ones that are going to be just on these little single posts. And I have a giant bag of black ones, and I thought they'd look a little bit better on this machine than the white ones. So white ones look good for 20 minutes, and then they get dirty. Might as well just take these off, though. But I can't find my little black ones. So white ones it'll have to be. I'll keep looking, though. Might want to mix it up. These seem to do okay and didn't melt. I have one of these for just in case. It's a magnetic parts tray. Just in case I take any of these off and don't put them back on, but I'll probably put them right back on. But I don't want to sit here and do this for the rest of the video. I think we're at already like 20 or 30 minutes. I want to look at this part here before we end the video, because this part kind of scares me. Let's just take a couple of these off. See, this side doesn't have anything attached to it. If you take this side, you can lose the switch down in the bottom of the cabinet. I don't want to do that. I just want to see what kind of disaster I'm in for. I don't know if this is going to peel up the play field or not. Okay, that one just came off, so that was good. Let's see if you can see that. No, I'm zoomed in too much. It just popped right off, so no big deal on that one. This one here I was starting to scratch away, but it looks like there's already, maybe there was a post there that's not there anymore. A third one of these? No. There's one over here too. But it's kind of chipped the paint away. And Marco carries these little clear posts. I have, I don't know, 2 or 3 or something like that from another job, but I don't have enough to do all of these. There's posts. Sorry, got you zoomed in. There's posts all up here in the back, and then right here there's another section where they're really, really grody and melted. Can't get you over there, but yeah, you can kind of see them there. A nasty milk puddle up there. Now, if it just pops off like that, that's no big deal. I don't mind that at all. I was afraid that it was gonna just peel up the whole thing. I'm gonna try these back ones back here too. I'm assuming that's the rubber that melted. I mean, I don't see anything else white. I've never seen like just these melted. I guess the flipper could have melted and we didn't see what it looked like. And that one popped off. I mean, there's still some on the play field. Let's see. Yeah, it just kind of chips off. I'll probably put like some little bit of Goo Gone or something on there to soften it up. No picture on that. It's been good. That's a good, that's a win. I was a little worried about that. I got plenty of Novus, and I don't know if we should do a video where we just clean the whole thing. I guess we probably should. Probably should just do a video on every step like we're going to do with the Kangaroo. But I don't want to do it half now and half later. At least we have a better idea of what's going on in the game. And in the next video, we'll get it working, and then we'll get it pretty, just like this one over here. I kind of prefer it that way, even though I will have to stop and make some things look pretty before I can go on. That Kangaroo is just really bothering me. But I wonder if this is salvageable. Let's see. It just kind of flakes off. They're pretty grody looking, but they probably would have been anyway. But yeah, it looks like it'll probably be salvageable. Just chips off. These actually aren't that bad. Those will go in the emergency bag. These probably could go in the emergency bag too. Give to my buddies. Oh, here you go. These pop bumper caps will be easily switched into Chiefs helmets. I noticed that. And I think I said in the other video here, it would be pretty cool to have like Kansas City going up and down the sides. I don't want to do any hand painting on it or anything like that. I don't know that I'm going to even do any kind of modding as far as like modding the artwork. I don't know about that. I might add toys. Now I do want to touch this up here, but I guess the best way is to add touch-up paint and then clear over it and then hope that it's smooth, because there's probably no clear over this. It would be nice if there was, though. That's a lot of work. This wood all looks new. Like when you open the playfield up, the sides of it all look brand new. It's so nice. But yeah, if you guys have touched up any playfield spots like this, where it's just like one big chip from the, kick out, how'd you do it when you were done? After, did you just paint it and then leave it? I could do that, I guess. And really, I don't care that it's perfect. I just want it to blend in a little bit better and not be noticeable. Anything that'll take your eyes away from the bad stuff and then towards some of this good stuff, like the good looking wood, and clean up this little dirt that's in there. But I really don't think this machine was used that often. I think it really, really got played whenever they first got it, and I think something kind of went iffy with it, and that was it. The inside is just way too clean for it to be in a pet store for 10 years or more. But anyway, we'll wrap it up here. I think that's about half an hour or so. I do want to thank everybody for sticking around. Like I said, I'm gonna film a lot of this one, and then I'll piece it out, and then we can go over to the kangaroo. We had a lot of views on that, and not so many on the touchdown. I think this will get better for people as they see we're going to do pin repairs on it and the mods and stuff it needs. But kangaroo is going to be next. I just wanted to get this one done and out of here because this one's going to take up this whole area. And we're going to kick sand and shit all over the place. And I really don't want to have to clean that off or throw a sheet on it and all that. So we get it going, move it somewhere where we can play it and enjoy it while I do mods to it. And then we can lay this sucker down and get to the Bondo. I did order the wood hardener. It should be here tomorrow. So we can get started with that part, which I need to watch some more videos on that. I pretty much have a good idea. I just, like on the sides here, I need to figure out a good way to build up the one side so that I can put my Bondo there. I know the big spots that got big chunks, I'm gonna have to cut a piece of wood and put in there, or something similar. You can't just Bondo to Bondo. I mean, I guess you can, but it's gonna crumble just like this shit is. But thanks for watching, guys. It's been fun so far, and we have, like I said, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, and I gotta go back to Kansas. So I'm gonna try to get as much of this done and playable before I leave, because I don't want to have to revert to my videos to figure out what I was doing. I'm going to be working on all kinds of crazy stuff. It's going to be fun. So stay tuned for that too. That'll be in a week or two. I'll see you on the next one.
Operation Wolf. If you don't like this video game, then fuck you.
Yes. So these two right here are going to be ground and 5 volt. So what do we get here? Did I not turn the game on? I didn't turn the game on. I guess that would help. Hang on.
Here it is. A nice little trade. The person I traded got what they wanted. I got what I wanted. And a pretty good deal on it too. Super hang on.
What I want.
That comes later.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on fire.
What happened? Whoa.
Lots of smoke.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching.
When you take care of people, people take care of you in this community.
That's the truth.
So everyone, please remember that. Even if we're competitors, we're not enemies.